Hi guys, today I'm reviewing the Fat Shark 1800 milliamp USB rechargeable battery pack. This is primarily used for putting in your goggles and powering your goggles. So far I've had a pretty good experience with them. I've had one little con with it I'll go over in a minute, but they work fine. They hold a charge. They're durable. I dropped them a bunch of times. It's very cool to pick up the battery pack or your goggles and see where you're at on the power. So there's no guessing or having to hook it up to a voltage meter or anything like that. So I like that. And they give about 2 to 3 hours on the goggles. I never noticed because I only fly like maybe an hour at a time. It lets you know where you're at. So if you're out there and you only have one battery for your goggles, you know where you're at all times. Price wasn't too bad. I got like 25 bucks on Amazon. My only beef with this thing is that sometimes when you go to charge it using the USB cable, it won't take the charge. And I thought, oh man, there's a bad battery inside. It's not holding a charge. It's just gonna go, I should send this back. But what I found is that if I hooked it, when I'm having that problem, I hook it back up to something, let it discharge a little, and then put it on the USB charger again, it starts to take the charge. And I don't know why that is. I don't think it's bad battery. I think there's some kind of circuitry inside here that's hooked up to that USB. Kind of like, it's probably like one of those little USB chargers you get with ready to fly, like toy drone kits. You know, it's a USB, it's kind of bare circuitry, and it has a USB on there and the charging port. So I'm assuming there's a board like that in there that regulates the voltage or the power that goes to the charge. You can't hook it up to the balance port and charge. I've tried that, doesn't work. My charger, well, with my charger anyway, it just reads an error. There's no LiPo there or something like that. They say you can charge through the barrel connector. I guess you have to have a charger that has some kind of adapter for this kind of plug. I do not have that, so all I've been using is the USB port, and I have that issue once in a while. But now that I kind of figured it out, I just need to discharge it a little bit. It takes the charge. One day when it happened, I was going out to the field, took my goggles out there, took my first flight of the day on this little Baby Hawk R 3-incher, and I came in for a landing, finished a full flight, full pack, one of my best flights ever with it. Landed, the goggles went out. I'm like, oh my goodness, what happened? I thought maybe something happened to the Baby Hawk when I landed it, but it did not. I looked at the battery and it was dead, and I had the thing on the charger all night long, and I guess it wasn't charging. Like I was saying, you got to keep an eye out for that. And so, you know, I just took it for granted that it was charged, but it wasn't. So yeah, keep an eye on it. If you get one, they do work great. That's just something to keep an eye on. I haven't decided to take the time to contact Fat Shark and ask about it. Maybe they have a firmware upgrade option, or maybe they have a replacement for it. I just didn't want to waste the time doing so. But if you hear anything, or you know any tips or pointers as to why it doesn't take the charge sometimes, please let me know. Put it in the comments below. I think there's other options out there, like eSheen makes something similar from Banggood, and it's really cheap, like maybe 10 bucks, maybe even under 10 bucks. And the only thing with that, you order from Banggood or GearBest, it takes forever to get here. So I'm an impatient guy. I like things right now, so I got it from Amazon. It was here in a day or two. And so, you know, I think it's still under warranty for me. I could send it back and get another one. But, I mean, for right now it works, and I'm not having any problems besides that one. It's just something to keep an eye on. So there you go.